Most people don't fail because they aren't capable, they fail because their brain is trying to protect them from failing. And when you start seeing fear of failure this way, it stops feeling like something you need to fight, it starts making sense. If you've ever delayed starting something that actually matters to you, overthought simple steps, or avoided opportunities you know you could handle, this isn't laziness, and it's not a lack of discipline. It's fear of failure, just not in the obvious way, because the things we're most afraid to fail at are usually the things that matter the most. Fear of failure isn't really about the task, it's about what failure would say about you. Your brain doesn't register failure as, I tried something and it didn't work, it registers it as, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I was wrong about who I am. So your nervous system reacts as if something important is at risk, not your performance, but your sense of self. That's why avoiding the task feels calming. The moment you don't start, anxiety drops. And your brain quietly learns, this helped. So next time, fear shows up earlier, stronger, not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to keep you safe. One small change helps more than most advice. Stop saying I failed, try saying this attempt didn't work, this approach wasn't right. You're not redefining yourself, you're describing what happened, and when failure stops being about who you are, it becomes something you can work with. A lot of people try to lower their expectations to feel less afraid, that usually doesn't help. What helps more is lowering the meaning of failure. You can care deeply, and still let failure mean information instead of judgment. High standards don't paralyze us, high stakes about identity do. Fear is usually loudest before you begin, so instead of waiting for confidence, make the start smaller. 5 minutes, a rough version, something unfinished. Once you're inside the task, your nervous system often settles on its own. You don't need confidence first, you need motion. This one can feel uncomfortable at first. Before you start, tell yourself, this attempt is allowed to fail. When failure is no longer forbidden, your brain stops treating it like a threat. You're no longer trying to prove anything, you're just participating. The goal isn't to never feel fear, it's to stop letting fear quietly choose your life for you. Most growth doesn't look impressive from the outside, it looks like trying, not knowing, and continuing anyway. And you're allowed to do that, even if it doesn't work. If this helped you understand yourself a little better, take a moment to let that sink in. Being kind to yourself here isn't about motivation, it's about safety. If fear of failure is protective, pressure usually makes it louder, not quieter. Progress often begins when your system feels safe enough to stay with the task, instead of pulling away. You don't have to do everything perfectly, and you don't have to overcome the fear all at once. Simply notice the moments when you try, even just a little, and let that small step be enough for now. Often, meaningful progress begins quietly, in small steps that no one notices.